We know the difference between the lizards and the ostrich, but the more smooth leathers, how can we tell the difference between what animals those come from?
Okay, there is such a thing as too much information, but what we have here is if there's a price list that comes out and it describes everything on the boot that the leather that the boot is made of. Style such and such is made from baby buffalo calf, and this style, the 4540, is made from Mad Dog goat. Now, a lot of the times the description of the leathers really don't tell you exactly what it is. We have ranch hand, which is very soft, a great boot leather. But the descriptions will be, like I said, unless you guys want to take your model downstairs and put a hang tag on it that says exactly what that leather is. Most of your smooth leathers are either cowhide or goat or ranch hand, and then we have kangaroo. Now, they all have their characteristics. The kangaroo was originally a very popular leather because it was very thin and it was very soft, but it had the toughest tensile strength. They made baseball gloves out of it, so it wouldn't stretch, wouldn't rip, would never rip or tear, but it would peel back, so it looked pretty skunned up after they wore it a couple of years. So every leather has its characteristics, but that's all written in the price list. Your different skins that you have, if you have your catalog, you can go through and just put there should be a hang tag, say this is a back cut caiman, this is a belly caiman, then you have your head cut crocodiles or your head cut alligators. You know, there's a whole slew of skins, and we're always looking for new ones. We've lost some great ones in the past, like we lost anteater, we lost sea turtle, we've lost a lot of that. The beautiful boots, probably rightly so. We didn't need to have them anyway.
What if people ask what ranch hand is?
You just tell them it's a beautiful calf.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Mad Dog goat is a goat skin that we put a finish on, this rough, burnished look. See how that's burnished? It's just a type of leather, and it's a goat skin. And it's an older goat because it's a real meaty leather. Great leather for a boot. Wear a long time, work very good. And then they can really scuff it up. And the more they scuff it up, the better it looks. If you take a finished boot like this and scuff it up, this has a finish on. This particular boot really doesn't, but most of your shiny black boots all had a little finish. When they knocked it off, you had a big scun on it. Now you had white, it looks like, hell, this boot's done. But today, with all this beat up stuff, hell, we already got them halfway there. They're just like somebody wore it already for them.
What about a pig skin compared to like goat skin and calf?
Pigskin's a great boot. Only you will see the quill marks in a pigskin. But now that they burnish it, we have a burnished pig that's in our line that looks great. But we do linings. We're doing some linings in our less expensive line. Since they're all leather, the beading is leather, the inside is leather. We do a lot of pigskin linings in our 1883s. In the classics, it's all calfskin. Everything is very expensive, thin, light calfskin or sheepskin, either one or the other. And that's the big difference in the price. But you do have to understand, guys, that this piping, everything on this boot is leather. And around the top, if the top's too tight, you have a boot stretcher, you can stretch the top of that boot an inch or an inch and a half. Especially for the person who comes in with a big calf on their leg. If that was vinyl or something, it would just crack and split. We'd be back to ground zero. But if it's leather, you take your time, a little bit every day, spray it with some stretch, it will stretch out. So this is the different stuff. But, you know, there's so many different looks, and we're always looking for new leathers. I mean, we're looking for especially exotics. We're doing some suede hippo now, stuff like that.